So next up we have biases.
This video is brought to you by OppiPies Academy.
Okay, a bias is basically a direction where you tend to make a decision. Okay, so for instance, over here, if we have two options or two possible outcomes, let's say we have A and B, and now if you are supposed to have a bias towards A, then a lot of your decisions would be focused around getting the output towards A. Okay, so if you favor A, then that is when you tend to get all of your decisions towards this side. Okay, so that is similarly how a bias in a neural network actually works. Okay, so now you basically have a numerical value assigned to each and every neuron. Okay, so in our case, let's say we have a bias of 0.5. Okay, and this bias basically just adds in to all of the input values. Okay, so now for instance, consider that the addition of all of these inputs is 1.1, and then you just have the bias adding on to it. Okay, so now over here, let's further change our algorithm by adding a plus B over here. Okay, and let's say over here this is the bias, so B equal to 0.5. Okay, and now according to our new equation, let's say we have this case where we have 1 1 0. So now the input basically is 0.4 plus 0.7 plus now we also have the bias. Okay, so this comes out to be 1.6, which is greater than 1, and therefore the output is equal to 1. Okay, so in this case the neuron is actually firing. Okay, so now consider a second case where you have 1 0 1, or you just have I1 and I3 firing. Okay, so now in that case the value of our input function or the value of our rule over here will be I1 plus I3 plus B. So now this is 0.4 plus 0.3 plus 0.5. So now this is 0.7 plus 0.5, and that is 1.2. And now this is greater than 1, and therefore we have output is equal to 1. And over here we had output is equal to 0, which was the previous case where we didn't have any bias. Okay, so now over here, notice how the addition of a bias inside our rule function, or we call this activation function, this particular function where you have the relation of the inputs and the outputs. So after the addition of the bias inside the activation function, notice how the neuron fired in this case where it would not have in the previous case without the bias. And this is basically what it actually means. So now if you have a large bias, so let's say you have a bias of 0.9, then in most of the cases the neuron is firing irrespective of the input. Okay, so now if you have a very low bias, then even if the inputs are changing, then also you might have a case where the neuron is not at all firing. And in real cases or in real neural networks, the input or the output value is not a simple 0 or 1. The output value is a number between 0.0 and 1. So it can be 0.48 or 0.5126 or whatever of that sort. So this is how now with neural networks you actually have a lot of areas to deal with or a lot of dials to move. So let's recap what we have learned up till now. Okay, so now we basically have studied the weights in the previous lectures, and now we have studied bias and how the addition of the bias actually affects the output. which in literal terms means basically is what the function of a bias. And then we studied how the output over here changes to 1 rather than 0 after we add a bias. And now if you look at a neuron, all you need to keep in mind is that you have two variables. Okay, so now you actually have weights and on top of that you have biases. Okay, so now over here you have 3 weights as you have 3 inputs and you just have one bias for every neuron. So this is equal to 4. Okay, so now with this corresponding neuron, you have 4 values which you can alter, and then according to that you will have a set neuron. Okay, so now initially these values are, let's say, something like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and the bias is also something like 0.12. And then after a lot of training, after feeding in a lot of data to the neural network, slowly you have different algorithms which optimize these 4 knobs over here and fix their values, and then when you have corresponding inputs you can check if you have an output or not. Okay, so that is pretty much it, how a neuron works, and this all is just for one neuron. And in the neural network you have thousands or even tens of thousands of neurons and millions of connections or millions of weights and a lot of biases. So it is a really complex structure, and in the next lecture we'll basically be focusing on some different activation functions. Okay, so this is just a simple function which we have dealt on over here, which gives an output of 0 or 1, but in reality you have a whole lot of activation functions which take in the input and then scale them accordingly, and you get a corresponding output. So you have each and every neuron which is firing, but the output value of that fire is dependent on the activation function.